Binance had given up on Terra Luna Classic and decided not to pay the 1.2% burn tax. They gave us a 1-2 punch, and they reintroduced the potential of witnessing a Terra Luna Classic being incinerated, to the tune of 1.2% of all affirmative answers. Every single one of our margin deals is spot in. If Binance joins in, this could have a big impact on the price of Terra being burned in a Classic, and the quantity of Terra could be depleted in a very short period of time. Now, I'll dissect Binance's suggestion and explain its rationale. You can learn a lot from it. It's a three-part plan to get the 1.2% burn tax imposed on all Binance traders. Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, confirmed today that the burn tax of 1.2% will be applied to all spot and margin trades on the Binance platform, effective immediately. If we are successful in completing the 3 steps outlined in the prior video, we will have achieved our goal. In this video, I will discuss the second of these steps and why it is important. Things are not going to be simple. It's clear that Binance is aware that this will be a challenging task. It's a tad self-serving to give us a 1.2% cut of the burn tax. As a result, it retains a lot of capital on the Binance platform, encourages trading activity on the Binance platform, and confirms that Binance still controls a lot of Terra within Classic, allowing them to collect more fees. But if everyone is on board, we can speak about how to make the second step a breeze. We have some information coming out of Binance this morning saying how no, Binance is not going to assist the community. So I want to piggyback a little bit on last night's video talking about centralized exchanges applying the 1.2% burn tax on spot and margin trades for Terra Luna Classic. The efforts to revive Terra Luna Classic will not have Binance's backing. Moreover, the 1.2% burn tax on Terra Luna Classic spot and margin trades will not be implemented by Binance. He did, however, present Terra with something of an altar. Not an ultimatum per se, but another means of torching the ancient trades. Still, this is neither what we anticipated nor do we hope to see. That doesn't change the fact that we might be down to this as our only option, so let's talk about it. The current Terra Luna Classic price is between 26,000 and 33,000 points per coin, with a channel of around 8,000 points per coin. Numerous individuals view this merger negatively. They are taking a gloomy view of the situation. This is obviously incorrect. The two of us shouldn't be doing that. We need to check how far we've come since last month. It's encouraging that longtime fans of the Classics are sticking around during the current phase of consolidation. It's a prerequisite for a Classic to reach the next level. I want to explain why in this video. My goal isn't to persuade anyone of anything, only to present an alternative viewpoint to anyone who may be skeptical. Now, we had many interesting discussions throughout the live broadcast today, but one subject in particular stood out, and I'd like to break it down for you in this video. Is Clay being completely honest with us? Is it possible that dreadful Luna Classic might be salvaged? The current burn statistics are public knowledge. At this time, we can see that the cost is dipping. Some of the initial enthusiasm seems to be waning. Here in this video, I'll explain why that is the case. The quick response is yes. As of right now, my opinion about Luna Classic has not changed. I want to offer a few viewpoints on the possibilities and the expectations you have for Tailwind Classic. Indeed, I see no other viable alternative. According to what the locals have to say, we should pay attention to their advice. We've already decided to do the following. And don't worry, I won't go into too much detail about how I feel about it. Since there is a lot to take in with these 3 steps we need to get through to impose this tax, I may produce another video talking down how I think we get there. However, there's a great deal of information we must first absorb before we can arrive. If they were truly listening to our community, I believe they would have already put this into effect. Nonetheless, a different person's viewpoints. First, we'll have an opt-in button set up so that customers may voluntarily submit to the 1.2% burn tax on all loop trading. Now, this is intriguing since it separates the active traders from the folks that are only in Terra Luna Classic for the short-term gain. Perhaps they are not, to forego the voluntary exit tax and pay the full amount instead. But remember, that's just the beginning. You will be given a selection. To participate or not in trading on the Binance platform is a decision you'll have to make. Even if you want to participate, taxes won't be collected straight away. So, yes, I do appreciate this aspect. To be honest, I think Binance is giving this away. In other words, that's the first stage. It's easy to opt in or out. Just click the appropriate box. Step 2. If you want to avoid wasting a 1.2% tax on Terra Luna Classic. Step 2 is where things get interesting, and it's possible that complications will arise if opt-in accounts come to control 25% or more of the total Luna Classic on Binance. What a sum! In a minute, we'll discuss that specific sum. From this point on, all opt-in traders will be subject to a 1.2% tax on all trades involving Luke or Terra Luna Classic. This eliminates the possibility of those who do not have Terra Luna Classic voting for it, and it reassures the early adopters that they aren't the only ones shelling out the 1.2% burn tax. At that moment, the 1.2% burn tax that has been opted in would be paid by everyone. Assuming a 25% quorum is met, the tax will be imposed. They ought to make it less difficult for people to exercise their right to opt in. How come they are more likely to choose to opt in as a result of this? Because, as I've already shown, you won't be subject to the 1.2% tax on expenditures. People that choose to participate are few and far between. They won't just receive taxed on their trades and everything in perpetuity, despite the fact that the 25% quorum has never been attained. Having only 25% of the members present is not sufficient. If these numbers hold, it suggests that Binance is now holding a huge quantity of Terra Luna Classic. There would have to be an investment of $150 million or more for it to be viable. There are undoubtedly already a sizable portion of the Binance user base that consider themselves to be bonkers for supporting the exchange, to be considered sane, to be considered people who support Terra Luna Classic burns, and to be considered those who wish to restore the blockchain. We would need approximately $150 million. If you're planning on listing Terra Luna Classic on Binance, you'll need at least $150 million in opt-ins to meet the quorum and avoid the burn tax. That's why it's crucial. Do the right thing and intervene. As a second step, we must ensure that we have a sizable sum of money, at least $150. In my opinion, I'm crossing my fingers that the classic Terra Luna community has access to that. I may even suggest a workaround in a future video. I do. To that end, we'll address that as well. However, this is merely a process of elimination to determine what actions are required. Every Binance Terra Luna Classic trade has a 1.2% burn tax.